All right. Hi, darlings. How are you? I personally am exhausted, but super excited to actually do this today because, as you all know, sometimes you just have to self-motivate a little bit, get yourself stretching and moving, even if you had a very, physical week the week beforehand, right? Hi, Stephanie. Good morning. Good morning, G. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Shout out to those UK bank holidays. We love it. Give our girl a break. Nicolette, good morning. Your thighs. Yes, Nicolette is one of the amazing students I tortured all weekend. You like the lippy? Okay, so this is my favorite MAC lip liner. It's called Root for Me. It's like root beer float on your mouth. I love it. It's like that perfect, like brown, dried blood. Like, I don't know, I just love it. Favorite lippy. Actually, funny story, this weekend before my show, I was like looking through all my makeup and I was like, I don't know where the fuck any of my lip liners are. Like, I think I just hid them from myself or put them somewhere. I've looked in every single pocket. I've looked in every fucking bag. I've looked everywhere. And so we had to make a little emergency trip to MAC on Saturday and we got Root for Me back. Yay! So, anyways, for today, again, because your girl is on her final limbs of everything right now, we're obviously going to keep things pretty chill. So stretchy business, definitely we're going to go through a much more relaxed practice. You can do more if you want, as always, because this is pick and choose, right? Life is a buffet. Take what you want, leave the rest, add more, okay? Let's see, what should we use today? I mean, I guess you can have a little bit of anything and everything with you, so straps, blocks, balls, whatever you want. Let's just fucking roll around on the floor. Yeah, all those hinges. I know. Yesterday I taught a choreography workshop, so I was doing my floor work choreography for 90 minutes straight. I mean, essentially like an hour straight. So we did 1,000,000 hip hinges. We got off the floor 1,000 million times. You know, it was a situation. All right. Shall we do it? I'll take off my music just to avoid, too much YouTube weird business with the music. So you can move to whatever you're going to move to. What do I want to listen to? That's a wonderful fucking question, right? You know what's funny? I've actually been listening to a lot of like cute, vintagey, old, haunted tiki room music. It's kind of my favorite. Let's see how this lighting situation looks. I think it's perfect. I think this works. So I'm going to listen to more chill tiki, haunted tiki room music You know what? Let me just share what the hell I'm listening to in the chat, actually. Just so you guys can literally and actually catch my vibe. This shit is so silly. Paste, send it, bang. All right. We're in the jungle. We're in the exotic jungle of movement right now. Okay. I kind of want to start standing and do some little shoulder flossing. Actually, let's sit down. What am I talking about? I don't want to stand today. Standing is for the strong, and I am just a little flower today. All right, so I'm going to take my little stretchy band here. You can use a strap if you want. And I'm going to take it up and back. Okay, real talk, because I do want this class to just feel like, basically like we're stretching in the room together. Just imagine I'm here and I'm telling you about all my drama and all my bullshit. Yesterday, one of my dear friends, fellow dancer as well, she messaged me and she was like, Tracy Lynn, SOS 911, I need you to sub my bar class on Monday. And part of me was like, that would be the most irresponsible shit ever to do. Why would you want to go teach bar after the weekend you had? And then my fingers typed, I got you, girl. I don't know, I'm just a girl's girl, I guess. So after this, I'm going to go drive to Culver City and go teach a bar mat Pilates class. It's only 45 minutes. It'll be fine, right? I'm okay. I'll survive. We'll see. All right, now listen, next time you come all the way to the front, I want you to pin your strap or your band over to your left-hand side, like pin it to the floor, stretch the band, and then reach up and over. Oh my God, that feels so fucking good. Oh. Honestly, this is like all I need right now. Oh, my pecs. My pecs, my shouldies. All right. Holy moly. You guys are just going to hear me complain for the next 40 minutes, or however long we go. Let's do the other side. Right hand pins that shit down. Stretch your band. Open up. Oh, see, this is the benefit right here of starting seated, okay? Like we could do this standing, but this is so much more fun to me. Just don't thwack yourself with a band unless you're into a little S&M this morning. Okay. Let's take this band, just lay it by your side. And I'm gonna face the front. If you're already facing the front, cool, don't worry about this. Let's go through some cat-cows. We did the upper body, but let's go through like all of the spine with some cat-cows. So we'll lean back, we'll contract. Oh. And then take it forwards. It's so silly and funny when you're doing movements that on some days are like the easiest thing. But on days when you're sore and tired, you're like, this feels like I'm moving a mountain. It's kind of interesting, right? Let me flip this phone over. I see one of my bosses texting me and I can't right now. Sorry, girlfriend. Okay. Next time you're contracted, let's swap-a-rooney on those legs. Bring it forwards and let's do some big Sufi grinds. And let's go the other way. Wow. Okay. The next time you're in a contraction, bring your feet onto the floor. And then we'll roll ourselves all the way down to the ground. So if you're a little too far back, maybe you walk your cute little butt cheeks forward, and then let's take it down. Oh my God. Okay, the low bun was a vibe when I started, but it'll make this section a little interesting. Okay, now listen up. You're gonna walk your feet to the width of your mat and you'll knock your knees together. And you're actually just gonna lay here a second and enjoy your life. You know, not everything has to be a high impact, big feeling moment. You can just enjoy the little things like laying down. All right, let's get into some windshield wipers, shall we? We'll rock our knees from right to left. Maybe you take a fun little arm position, like taking yourself into cruciform, arms out. Okay, next time both of your knees are over to the left, just keep them there. Maybe you stay right there. Maybe you want to pick up your left foot and place it on the outside of your right thigh. Honestly, even that feels like too much effort for me today, so I'm just going to leave my left foot on the floor. All right, now to make sure I don't just lay here and fall asleep on you, let's do the other side. So if you have your little ankles hooked, let's unhook them. Walk it through center, shift through center. Change your knees to the other side. Those are good words. You're in your hip stretch on the other side, so knees over to the right. Now, if you did that little addition, right ankle on the left thigh, cool. If you're like me and you're like, wow, actually, I just want to lay here, then that's what you're doing. Okay. If you're hooked, let's unhook. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Now, I want you to bring your feet to hip width distance and try to smoosh your low spine on the floor. You know what I actually want to do? That's just a little silly, but it's just what I want. I'm going to prop my head up for this. So I'm just going to bring the edge of my block underneath my noggin. Because I think if I lay my head back and close my eyes, I'll just be honk shoeing in no time. Okay, left foot stays, right leg goes up. Hold on to the back of your leg. If you prefer to use a strap, guess what? You lift it right by your side because you're the queen of convenience. Okay, so you can strap it up. Now I'm gonna circle out my ankles because they actually feel like I laid in the middle of Cahuenga Boulevard and let cars roll over them. God, so crunchy. Okay, fantastic. Now just relax your foot, have it be in whatever little shape you want. And let's see if our opposite leg can go long any amount. Good, you can slide your hands up the back of your right leg. Maybe again, playing with a little flexies and pointies, this time of both feet. Okay, listen up. Let's bend our right leg. And if your left leg hasn't straightened all the way out now, do it. Open up your right leg out to the side. And then let's go into a twist. So pull your right leg across your body. And I feel like I'm gonna snap like a glow stick right now. Oh, my little sacrum. We definitely worked hard, kids. Talking to you guys like all of you came to the workshop yesterday. Me and Nicolette, holy shit. We did that. I'm just doing a little bit of self-massage on my low back here. Okay, let's bring it back to center. So now your right foot is on the ground. Left leg is up. Oh, buddy. We'll hang on to this left leg. And let's start with circling out your ankles. Man, even the bottoms of my feet are a little pissed off today. And we'll reverse. All right, now just hang out. Nice loose leg, nice loose foot. And let's see if your opposite leg wants to go away any amount, right? It's all a gradient. Everything in your life is really. Oh my goodness. This little hamstring tie-in. Now, like the other side, if you want to take a couple double points and flexes with your foot. Absolutely whimpering right now. 2. And a 1. All right, let's bend into your left leg. If the right leg is not all the way extended out, do it now. Open up your left hip out to the side. Don't know why that made my collarbone pop, but interesting reaction. All right, and then let's pull it across over towards the right-hand side. Twist. All right, my darlings, let's bring ourselves all the way back to center. I'm gonna lift my head, ditch my block to the back, and then I'm gonna hug my knees in towards my chest. Rock it out, maybe stir it out. and reverse. All right. Now we're going to make our way to all fours. So you can rock and roll a bunch of times, rock and roll one time, however you want to get there. And I'm actually going to move. Oh, we're going to have to stretch our feet today. Just felt that as I leaned back. All right. All fours tabletop. Let's get into a little hands and wrists business. So spread out your paws nice and wide on your mat, and let's shift forwards and backwards. All right, if you want a little more, you can spin your hands, reverse. And if you need a little help with that, what I like to do is walk my knees forward and even closer together. All right, let's bring our hands back to a neutral position to the front. And then one at a time, we're just gonna bring our right top of the hand onto the floor and try to spin the eye of the right elbow forward. Good, let's do the other side. Right hand down, left palm flips. All right, and then let's bring the left hand down. Now to give ourselves just a little bit of a break from being on our hands, let's sit back onto tucked toes. Now this feels absolutely like hell in the cell for me, okay? For you, if you're like, okay, I feel it, yeah, this is good, but you do want to level it up a little bit, you can always take a little moment in a toe stand practice, so pushing yourself back, balancing on your toes. Right? I'm going to sit here and roll out my wrists. Meow. Meow. Ten more seconds. All right, and then let's bring ourselves back forward into our tabletop position. You can tap out the tops of your feet after that. And then we'll turn our hands out to our right and our left-hand side, and we'll shift right to left. Good. If you want to make this a little bit bigger, you can walk your hands even wider and try to even dip a shoulder to the floor while the opposite elbow bends. Let me give you a little front view of that one. So you're really trying to get into the pecs and the fronts of the shoulders. All right, let's bring it back into neutral. And I want you to just sit back on your flat feet. So no tuck in the toes, nada. We're gonna do a bigger shoulder opener next. And you can use your strap for this. We're gonna do Gomukhasana. This one can be a bit of a doozy. So in order to utilize your strap for this, place it in your right hand, take it up and overhead, and let the band dangle down your back. Let's see, if I turn this way, can I be seen in the mirror behind me? No, it shows the front of my body. I don't understand mirrors today. Okay, so again, it's dangling back behind you. Your opposite arm will internally rotate and grab the bottom half of that band or strap. Little bit by little bit, you'll try to crawl the hands closer together. Now, if you have really great shoulder flexibility, maybe you're able to even touch your fingertips together. Maybe you're able to hook them into a little S grip and give your shoulders a mighty fine stretch. Last 3, last 2, and 1, release. Ooh. I'm feeling all the pins and needles right now. Okay. This is how I show you my back. I figured it out. Okay, let's do the other side. So left arm goes up and around. You're gonna dangle your little strappy behind you. Internal rotation on your right arm. And then you'll try to crawl your fingers together. This is my problem shoulder on this right hand side. Internal rotation. Ugh. Like, I can touch my fingers. I'm very fortunate in that way, but this is a big ask for me. All right, let's let that go. Oh. Wiggle out your arms. You ready for some down dog now, finally? I bet you are. Especially after sitting on your ankles like this, which can be torture in itself. Let's bring our paws to the floor. We'll step back. I like to start in a high plank, even if it's for just the most briefest of moments. And then let's pedal it out here. All right, let's walk ourselves forward to the top of our mat, and really slow, let's roll ourselves up. We're basically just gonna do a round of Sunny, and then we're gonna kind of just bring it straight back to the ground, okay? Because we're only gonna go for a total of 45 minutes today, because that's all I got in me. Okay, I know my arms are gonna go out of frame because I moved the camera closer, but arms will reach up. And then with your exhale, bring the hands down by your side. Again, reach up. And exhale, forward fold, take it down. Find your halfway lift. And then exhale, plant your hands, step back, and either just move into downward facing dog or take yourself through a chaturanga push-up. Low cobras or upward facing dog back bends. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right. Again, let's lift our heels, bend our knees, see the front, and travel to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good, let's rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Half lifts. Exhale, plant your hands. Again, chatta. Yep, my thighs are feeling it. Okay, we've got one more after this. We'll lift up our heels, bend your knees, see the front, travel to the front. Half lifts. Exhale, fold. Rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach back up. And exhale, fold. My knees just snapping and crackling a little bit. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Move through your last chaturanga. Upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. All right, now you can do this next move from a tabletop shape. You can stay in your downward facing dog. Let's just take some leg lifts and hip circles. So start with your right leg. Yeah, just like that. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. Had to scream. Oh, all right. Let's walk ourselves to the middle. Again, roll yourself up to standing. Turn to the side. Big wide position. We're going to go for some wide-legged work next, and then we'll go down to the ground, okay? So from here, I'm going to suggest that we do some chest expansion grip. Again, your strap is like right there. If you do need to bring it between your hands. I'm going to interlace my paws behind me, lift up through my chest, hinge forward from my hip, and take it down. Good, you can release your chest expansion anytime. Now, while you're here in this wide-legged fold, know that you can always bend into your knees, work a little side to side. If you want something tougher, you've got energy, you can always work through some skandasanas from side to side. I'm gonna hit one just to do it. Just because I need my hips to look alive today at 1 o'clock. All right, let's do the other side. I'm gonna help myself out. Oh my God. What on earth? All right, I'm gonna go back through center, and now I'm going to turn myself into a lunge over my right leg, so wherever that is for you. And then we'll heel toe our foot down to the floor, and you can either work into a deer shape, or you can work into a half pigeon. So rolling onto a more square hip position. All right, now only because I'm kind of feeling this for myself, I want to add in a little bit of quadricep work here. Now this is a tough shape to add quad into. You're already in a super extended position. So I'm just going to play a little bit. Also, my back's feeling pretty bendy from my weekend of bending, so. Mermaid. Hook it in the elbow. All right, let's let her go. And let's do the other side. So either working into your half pigeon or your Z-sit position. All right, again, because I added in the quad stuff, I'm gonna bring it in here, which I didn't mention on the other side, but if you're in your Z-sit position, I'll add in quad by just kind of leaning back and tucking my tailbone. I get a nice little quad and hip flexor release from that. All right, my pigeons, my deer posers, my quad babies. Let's bring ourselves to front facing with your brand new legs. Lieutenant Dan has new legs. We'll sit up nice and tall, and then we'll lean forward over the legs. Baddha Konasana, stretch out the low back. Beautiful. Let's bring ourselves back up and we'll straighten out our legs forward in front of us and we'll go for a fold over these leggies. Great, let's bring ourselves back up. We'll scoot down our mats, bring it all with you, and take it to leggies up the wall. Now you can stay right here. Maybe you want to play with a little pike up. Plow. I'm not going to stay in it because my hair is not ideal. All right, let's try again. All right, nice and slow, let's bring ourselves down and let's finish with happy baby. Oh, my groin. I think today is going to be a 2 coffee kind of day, guys. We're gonna hit up my TL's coffee shop in my living room right after this. All right, let's bring her down. Let's just take a couple rounds of the breath here on the floor. Recognizing how important it is every day to move just a little bit. Even if that little bit of movement means taking a 15-minute walk, even if that means just doing one stretch, right? Taking 1 second to mindfully connect with our bodies makes a big impact. And every day, I'm really grateful that this is what I get to do and that I get to do it with you. Thank you, everyone. Always, always honored to teach you. Say a little prayer for me as I go teach bar. We did it. How are you guys feeling? Hopefully, you feel good. Let's see. What's our special happenings for this week? Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I know, I am such a masochist. Couldn't resist. I was like, are you offering me the opportunity to go boss people around? I like doing that. You rang my bell. I guess the reward is, I get to go, it's only 45 minutes, and then there's this really lovely lunch option after. I'm a food motivated girl. I'm like a cat, really. If you have like a little cheese board, a guacamole bowl, I'm there. Playlist is super fun. I feel like I'm hanging out with Beetlejuice in Adventureland. Yes, Nicolette. I felt the same. I feel like this is totally your vibe. This is also the playlist I used to get ready yesterday. Okay, so we're fast approaching September. Things we're looking forward to starting this week. Tomorrow, I'm starting my new job with Crunchyroll and Sony Animation. Apparently, my class is waitlisted. 20 people deep, 10 additional people on a waiting list. Crazy. So that starts tomorrow. That's going to be nice. And then my next dance opportunity will be Wasteland in September, end of September. Very excited for that. Very excited to do some Mad Max Festival shit. And then our next dance situation, we have my LA babes, my fetish babes, Torture Garden. Doing something very special at Torture Garden in November. I wish I could talk about it more, but that's all I can say. So, I hope you can take this yummy, stretchy energy into the rest of your day and the rest of the week if I don't see you. We won't have class next Monday. I will be out of town flying home from the great state of Texas. We are going to go visit my husband's friends and family for Labor Day. So we will not have class next Monday. We will have class this upcoming Wednesday, and then I'll fill you guys in on our classes following that one, okay? Now I want to go to Wasteland. I know. Yeah, you should, Nicolette. I'm going to be assisting a friend in her performance. I'm going to be an accessory to one of my friends. One of my lovely friends that does flesh hooks. Used to freak me out. Flesh hooks used to really give me a feeling, a sensation. But that's kind of the intention, right? But now that I know these are just spooky little dorks that are moving through some trauma, I'm like, I like you guys. You're adorable, and I love you, and I love your intensity. I like the energy we're creating in the studio today. Well, all right, darlings. This was lovely. Here, if you have questions, here, if you have comments, you can reach out to me on the internet. I'm super accessible. Yeah. Thanks, G. Very excited for it. Core LA, yeah. Yes. All right, babies. Love you all so much. Take good care of yourselves. Hydrate, eat some good food. And I'll see you Wednesday. Or I'll see you the Monday after next. See ya.